in Big Wave Bay, got the waves behind me, and my GoPro 6. I'm really excited to test out the slow motion features because it's got some pretty hefty slow motion features. 120 frames a second at 2.7K and 240 frames a second at 1080p. That's big claims. I'm pretty excited to see if it works. Let's go test it out. Evidently too excited to even remember the specs. Well, what can I say? I was so excited to test out the Hero 6. I was ready to hit those waves and let them hit me back. And after having my first surfing lesson with our good friend Anthony, it was pretty apparent that I was a surfing prodigy. The problem was we managed to document in burst mode rather than video. It was a shame. I was incredible. All I can say is that while the camera may look idiot-proof with only 2 buttons, if you're an anxiety-ridden creative, the simplicity may be your downfall. I got chucked back into the water for take 2, so I made damn sure that the GoPro was not going to fool me again. Set at 240 frames at 1080p, I attempted to ride the deadliest waves I could handle. That's all I could handle. Size isn't everything. With such a fast frame rate, the Hero 6 really gave us the luxury of dragging out that footage while keeping the quality ultra smooth and vivid. It looks epic. And there's something really romantic about me inhaling seawater in slow motion. That being said, I was ready to ditch the board, thank you, and try the GoPro 6 in other ways. Oh, and just so you know, if you want epic footage like mine, you're gonna have to splash out extra on top of the $500 for the camera. So GoPro credits its double processing power to its new in-house design, GP1. So they sacked off their outsourced company and made their own new design specifically for the needs of the GoPro 6. The chip does live up to its boasted features, especially for the image stabilization. This stabilization has improved immensely, and I'm on a bike, so I'm gonna go test it out. So you really can't argue that the GoPro 6 hasn't upgraded its image stabilization, because it really has. I mean, yes, it is still digital stabilization, and there also is a limitation of 30 frames per second if you want to shoot at 4K. But I guess that is the compromise you're going to have to make if you want super smooth videoing. So that's image stabilization for you. Back to the beach. Mwah! With the new dynamic range, even if I stand right in front of the sun, I bet you can still see the details in my face and I'm not just a silhouette. So what do I think about the GoPro 6? Well, the camera definitely has improved, substantially from the 4 and a bit from the 5 even, but really I'm trying to figure out why these incremental upgrades are worth the marketing hype. GoPro does a really good job at turning a want into a need, so you gotta really sit down and think hard to yourself. Do these features really warrant a $500 price tag? Yeah, it's got some super cool features, that ultra slow motion, but when is Steve from the coffee shop gonna do something so cool that you're gonna need such slow motion? Personally, I think this thing is a little bit too fiddly. I know that I'm not very clever, but I always seem to run into trouble with the GoPro 6 and all GoPros in general. I can never get them to work properly, especially the voice command. The LCD screen is hard to see and navigate, especially in the sun. I think the colors are a bit pop arty, but I'm not saying that the GoPro 6 camera is bad. It is a really good camera. It shoots at 4K 60 FPS, and that's really something that not many sports cameras can do. It also has really good stabilization. But if you gave me $500 right now to spend on a GoPro 6, would I? No, I'd just keep the money and get something else. But I'm not in that extreme sports niche market. And if you feel you are, then go ahead, break a leg.